Welcome, everybody, to Drak and Shadow's special LP for the month of November with LEGO Star Wars, the complete saga. But for the sake of keeping these short and within 1 month, we're actually only going to be taking one half of this epic saga, and we're going to be doing it right here with you guys. And of course, I'm being joined by my usual panel of wonderful, wonderful geeks. I don't know why I went into the geek news. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know why I did that. Yeah, so the Shadow Blazer and also Andrea is joining us, who is the ultimate Lego... Is it safe to say the ultimate Lego expert?
Yep, that'd be correct.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get things started with a new game. Now, this is actually the first Lego movie adaptation, so people will notice its age. It is kind of broke as far as that is concerned. I'm right now player 1, and then... press plus to start, and now we have... This is going to be the interesting part about our LP, is that it's going to be co-op. And it actually, unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to do what we wanted to, because... Yep, you can't actually go into the original trilogy yet. So that's okay. So shall we go ahead and go into the trilogy that nobody wants to talk about, everybody?
Oh, we could talk a lot about it.
So... I guess the first things first that we actually have to solve, well, two things. One, why are we doing this when we actually did say in an earlier video we are going to be doing Portal 2? Well, if people have noticed in the last couple of months, we've been having a lot of problems.
Well, schedule slips.
Schedule slips, people getting horribly sick, joining the zombie apocalypse, not being able to go to their favorite cons, not being able to go to their favorite events.
But they did go to the cons. So.
Yeah, ultimately they did. So... all that happened, and on top of that, well, The Force Awakens is due in like 2 months, and according to the internet, we have not paid enough homage to it.
We really haven't.
We kind of haven't. So I figured that it would probably be a good idea to do something more Star Wars oriented, and maybe bring in a little humor.
Yeah, and everybody's been wanting some Star Wars.
Indeed. So
of any sort.
Well, let's go ahead and get... Well, first of all, before we get things started, we have a special assignment for the Shadow Blazer, because if you'll notice, this is just 2-player. I believe later LEGO games actually do allow more than 2 players, right? Because you've played the recent ones.
Yeah, but I don't even think I've been able to...
do stuff. You're getting your ass kicked.
I'm doing it. All right. I have to get used to the new controls. But since it is a 2-player game... we want to give the Shadow Blazer something to do, and I figured that since he likes to bring this up so much, it's only appropriate that he get this assignment. And that is that if we have stupid deaths, which is a lot of what we do...
Yeah.
You, sir, must deploy the Wilhelm scream. And just to test it on the phone, go ahead and try it out. Oh, actually, give me the phone back really quick. It may be on silent, and therefore not doing anything. Yes, it is. So let's just make sure it works, so you guys can hear it. Oh, that's really, really quiet.
That's really soft. I think you're just gonna have to add it in post, dude.
There we go. So now it's working. So we now have the Wilhelm scream, in case we all do something. We do something stupid. And we'll also interchange between that so that we can have absolute power over it. But let's go ahead and get things started with The Phantom Menace. The film that everybody was looking forward to.
And apparently everyone was disappointed.
Yes. Well, somewhat. And we're going to start with Chapter 1, Negotiations. I'm trying to remember, Alex, which one of us actually has the good Liam Neeson voice?
I could do, I guess, the Liam Neeson.
Do and I will find you.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
I will find you. Yeah, you've got it. You've got the deepness. And give us our voiceover here, Alex.
Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. With a blockade of deadly battleships, the Trade Federation has stopped shipping to the small planet of Naboo. The Supreme Chancellor has secretly dispatched Jedi Knights, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan Kenobi to settle the conflict.
Alright, so with that, we now know what's going on.
Dateline, 60 BBY.
You know the date?
I can't, actually, I don't know the exact dates.
It's more than that, but I'm I'll give you special props for knowing BBY.
That's cool.
Because before the Battle of Yavin, that's a term that not a whole lot of people know. And so one discussion that I actually want to have with all of us, since LEGO games, at least the earlier ones, are silent, and I actually think that complements them. I love the voiced ones, but the earlier ones are still funny. Like this.
Yeah, well, yeah. Do you ever wonder, though, if, you know, when they implemented the voice, that you wonder if the humor has kind of decreased, you know, now that you have the voices? Like, I'm on the chair.
But one thing I also kind of want to bring up is, like, Traveler's Tales did a very unique good in gaming, where up until this point we had such a horrible stigma of bad movie tie-in games that they decided to do movie tie-in games, but add just a comedic flair to them, add their own, you know, unique stuff to them. And I actually think they've done a great service for the industry as a whole, because I still remember those days where, you know, we looked at movie adaptation games and just cringed, because there's just no way they would have worked. Am I the only one thinking that, Alex? Like,
I think you're not. I think everybody thinks that.
I mean, we all appreciate when certain companies take on movie tie-in projects, but I especially look forward to Traveler's Tales games taking on, for example, Star Wars or the Marvel or DC universe, just to add that comedic flair to them. Let's see. Now, unfortunately, these are those games where you can get easily lost.
Well, there is a protocol droid.
Oh, we don't care about him. Actually, I guess we do, because he opens doors. Whee! Okay.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. A resident
Hey,
of these
come back
parts.
here. Oh,
How do you actually swap characters?
it's the C button.
TC-14.
Okay.
Do.
There we go. Now I'm Obi-Wan. I'm the one I wanted to play as.
Okay, then I will be Qui-Gon Jinn.
You get to be Liam Neeson. Does that mean that you will find us and then you will kill us?
I get the green lightsaber. I love green
Ew, green lightsaber.
Well, do you like blue?
I don't hate green. It's just blue resonates a little bit more with me.
The green was
Well,
so
you-
much cooler.
Well, you like blue.
Actually, in a lot of cases, Alex, I'm starting to be a lover of, like, the unique colors now.
Yeah, I'm glad we're starting to see more unique colors in lightsabers.
Like purple?
Like purple.
Which was just because Samuel L. Jackson wanted to be unique. I swear, that's the conversation he had with George Lucas. He's like, I am not going to be like every other Jedi, okay? You will make me another lightsaber. Because I still remember an old game by the name of Jedi Power Battles, where he had a blue lightsaber. But that's kind of the issue that I had with it, was that ultimately it made generic Jedi either green or blue, which is just not cool in my opinion. And you're the protocol droid. That's why we're not going anywhere.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't remember switching. Okay.
And yet you did.
Okay, excuse me.
And I will go ahead and kill the protocol droid.
I'm pretty sure you need that droid.
Well,
I don't-
need is a strong word, Alex.
Master,
is-
destroy us!
Master destroyers with shield generators. And also, in case people didn't actually know this, you can deflect the beams
With a lightsaber? Who would have thunk it?
with a Lego lightsaber. This is not just a lightsaber; it's a Lego lightsaber.
Either way, it's still like Star Wars laws
I will
apply
take
here.
your studs.
Just with Legos.
Now, I will point this out right here and now before we have confusion. No, this is not a completionist run. This is a story run, because in order to complete everything in a Star Wars game, or in a Lego game in particular, takes forever.
And look, he's
Droid's
missing.
limping.
Yeah, he's only got. I'll put him out of his misery.
There we go.
So he's
And
back.
let's go ahead. No, For some reason, it's not letting me... We're also playing this on the Wii, so we have to get used to the unique controls on it. But there you go. The people who say we don't play enough Wii games, there you go.
Say that?
We actually do get that. Like, why don't you play certain consoles more? Oh, excuse me. Certain consoles more.
Why don't you grow up and play mature games?
Like Call of Duty?
Yeah.
That's exactly why. Look what you just said on the matter, and you will get my answer.
Or Ass Creed.
Hey! Well, yeah, there's plenty wrong with Ass Creed now.
Let's hop in! We're gonna fly! And
of course, the one thing that's beloved about all LEGO games is the cutscenes. Dun 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 dun. All right, so we have unlocked free play for this level. That's great and all. And we have TC-14.
We should at least, if we're not gonna collect all the mini kits, we should at least get all the characters.
If we can, we will. But I don't know, because we are gonna revisit this for the original trilogy at one point. It's just trying to fit all of it at once would take a while.
Well, I think you mostly buy them though.
Yeah, and we'll take care of those. Oh, now all episodes are now unlocked. Okay, so now I'm curious. Let's go back to the save for game 1.
We could do this in the proposed hedge watch order.
Which is?
I'm trying to remember, like, it's like the suggested order of how you can, like, watch Star Wars, and it's like...
Well, I kind of wanted to stick to the original trilogy, because we're coming up on episode 7. Well, yes, they are all unlocked. Oh, no, they're not.
No.
All episodes in
prequels.
In the pre...
Let's double check, because this is actually episodes 1's room. 2, 3, 4. You can now go into it. But we've already started the prequel, so we might as well finish it.
Well, why don't we just do all episodes? Just
Yeah,
as soon as we finish
I'm not saying we're not going to. I'm saying
we'll finish one, we just go to the next, rather than worry about finishing. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Chapter 2, Invasion of Naboo.
I'm waiting for him to do the Clone Wars voice.
I don't know the Clone Wars.
The Trade Federation has launched a full-scale attack on the peaceful world of Naboo. Hiding aboard the landing craft, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi have secretly hitched a ride with the invasion force. Now they must make contact with local forces before it is too late.
So they
pretty much what you're doing. It's the 40s radio voice. It's just deeper.
Because that's what this is. It's an homage to that.
So they basically just hijacked.
Oh crap, Alex. I just had the greatest idea.
What?
40s radiocaster and the Krusty Burger employee voice. That'd be awesome.
I don't think you can do that.
No, you really can't. Okay, so now we are on the planet of Naboo. And while we're going into these levels, we also will be discussing a lot of Star Wars, I think.
Also, do you want to be Obi-Wan again?
Yeah, if that's okay. I would like to be Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, the resident of these parts.
Surely he must be dead by now. So
at this point, I guess the first question that we can go into, Alex, is... Yeah. And I tried to do these on Knack, and Andrea would not take them seriously. But we're going to do it again. So, of the prequel films, what is your favorite one?
Revenge of the Sith.
And for what reason? I'm just curious.
I'd say there's a lot of reasons, but the highlight, of course, is the Anakin Obi-Wan fight. So, the great lightsaber duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan. Could you dare make the argument that, say, Episode 3 is really what the people wanted when they heard about a prequel trilogy? Pretty much. Gee, it's almost like somebody said, that's not how we think about that. People, I love my wife, but she likes to point things out that make me just not cringe, but...
Well, I would have to say that in order to be a true Star Wars fan, you have to love...
Don't even go there.
I could go there if I wanted.
Don't go there. I am just as much a legit Star Wars fan as you are.
No, you're not.
Thrown down.
Oh, snap. That's it. We're lightsaber dueling right now.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's appropriate. That really is. Yeah, I would tend to agree. I think episode 3 is the... Oh, no. No. They had to recreate this event. This is the one thing that prequel haters hate above all else. Jar Jar. We need a Wilhelm for this. The discovery of Jar Jar. Thank you. We need that. So now we actually have Jar Jar as a playable character. But I would agree with you, Alex. I think in a lot of cases, Revenge of the Sith was really all we needed to be able to understand all of that. We didn't need to know the awkward romance between Anakin and Padme. We didn't need to know how Jar Jar was actually the one that started the Clone Wars in the first place.
He didn't start the Clone Wars, see.
Well, he actually...
I guess he did, yeah.
He voted emergency powers, so technically he is the reason Emperor Palpatine is in power.
Yeah.
See? It wasn't like we didn't have reasons to hate him. Now we just have even more reasons to hate him.
But still, we got to see Ian McDermott in, like, full glory.
We did, and I will appreciate them for that. And if not for the prequel trilogies, oh my gosh, Andrea's actually going to hear me compliment them. Are you ready? Are you ready, Andrea? If not for the prequel trilogies, good series like Clone Wars wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, so you can't.
And we got Christopher Lee, man. I know he came in.
Christopher freaking Lee.
Because I think I saw him in Star Wars before I saw him in Lord of the Rings. Or at least maybe I saw him in Lord of the Rings, but didn't really make the connection until seeing him in Star Wars.
A lot of people made that connection too, and it wasn't by accident. Christopher Lee had at least as far as a lot of people were concerned, a secondary role in The Lord of the Rings, but he had a prominent role in Star Wars, where he was the villain. Although, granted, I would actually say the greatest of Dooku moments was probably in Clone Wars.
Did you just fall off that?
I did. That's a stupid death right there. It's a Lego game, guys. There's going to be lots of stupid deaths. That's why we're having Wilhelm screams, because we need to mark them. And I'm also happy to report to the people who have been asking endlessly, when are you going to actually branch into the other games? In a lot of cases, we couldn't, but since we've made some changes in the last few years, I'm happy to say we're going to be able to do a lot more Star Wars games than we thought we were going to be able to do. In fact, one of the ones that's back on the table is Dark Forces. So we get to do that and have all the Wilhelm screams in that particular series of games. To which Alex is excited.
Yeah.
Because it's a shooter that he actually might enjoy.
Which one?
Star Wars Dark Forces. It was pretty much a Star Wars Doom clone, is what it really was based off the Doom engine. But it also created a really beloved expanded universe character in Kyle Katarn. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right, because Jar Jar has super high jump at this point. Can we get out of the trash pit? Please tell me that doesn't look like the water in the trash pit in episode 4.
Is there a Dianoga in there?
I don't know. You haven't brought up tentacles yet, but now that you have... does that mean that we're going to have a rampant upsurge in schoolgirls in this Let's Play?
Yes. Yes, it will. Can I say I've wanted a Star Wars anime for a very long time?
Oh, everybody wants a Star Wars anime. You're not the only one that's been screaming for it.
But now that Disney has the rights, I don't think they'll ever do it.
Not necessarily. I mean, they do technically own Ghibli to some extent.
They don't own... No, they don't. They just have a...
Oh, they have the licensing rights to it.
They have a lot...
Look...
Even then, it's not exclusive.
What makes you think that we're not going to get like a Animatrix for Star Wars at this point?
At least, yeah, that's what I've been saying. But again, just because it's Disney, and Disney will want to have everything done within their own Disney studios.
Woo-hoo!
Jar Jar, why do you break things?
Because I want to.
Jar Jar, why are you Jar Jar?
I was at one point. Just to help get things moving along.
Because, like, when you think of, like, the Animatrix or Halo Legends or Gotham Knight, Batman Gotham Knight, Warner Brothers Animation really hasn't been in a prime state in years. So it makes sense for Warner Brothers to kind of send that off and let a bunch of Japanese studios do those animations, but...
Sure.
But Disney has a high-end, prominent animation house for television and film alike. So I just don't see them giving the rights over to anyone else but themselves.
I think eventually they will need to, because the bottom line is that people have been screaming for this for a long time, and the best thing that Disney could do is give the fans what they wanted, which was a legitimate Star Wars anime, which actually, I hate to say this, we actually did get one. And it was a completely fan-done project. I will have to show you this. Of a Starship Battle. It was really good. Oh, look. We're manipulating Lego Boss Nass.
Bet Jar Jar and Boss Nass.
Bye, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, but now he's a small fry.
Who loves that song?
I love that song.
I love it, but Yoda's better.
Weird Al. Yoda.
Yoda is better, technically.
Yeah.
Yoda.
Y-O-D-A, Yoda.
By the way, I must say one of the greatest new epic rap battles is actually with Weird Al Yankovic in it. It's Sir Isaac Newton versus Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to have Weird Al Yankovic as Sir Isaac Newton.
It's actually Weird Al?
Yeah, it's actually Weird Al.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Chapter 3. Escape from Naboo. The Gungan ruler Boss Nass has refused to help the people of Naboo. Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi have left their underwater city for the royal palace in Thebe. As Trade Federation battle droids seize control of Naboo capital city, Queen Amidala and Captain Panaka, her royal protector, are powerless to repel the invasion.
And the one part that this did not actually include that we keep referencing is the part when Liam Neeson says, "There's always a bigger fish." The best scene in that, one of the best comedic scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
There's always a bigger fish. And he didn't even meet the meteor worm, so that says something. Oh no, it's Lego Padme Amidala. Well, Queen Amidala at this point, because we don't know who Padme is.
Well, that's a good question. Is this even Padme or is it one of her body doubles?
I don't know anymore.
It would be considered. It would be technically that. It would actually be one of her body, her doubles.
Body doubles. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is one of the parts I love about the comedic scenes, is they make Obi-Wan out to be such a dolt. And Qui-Gon just sits there and face palms the entire time. Which is, I think, what a lot of us expected, and he was a really adept Jedi. Alright, so we are going to be starting this off as Padme Amidala. Actually, you know, I think it would be appropriate if we swapped roles here.
Okay, if you hold still.
I will be Captain Panaka.
Okay.
Which already, I don't know if you've noticed, Alex, the rumor mill has already flowed quite a bit in the fact that people are already thinking the Stormtrooper in the Force Awakens trailers
Is related to Panaka?
is somehow related, and I was like, no.
What?
So how would he be related?
Yeah, that's the biggest problem, is how would he be related?
Related to whom?
Distant descendant? Captain Panaka.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, what?
I could see it, really. A possible descendant in the family line. He joined the Imperial Academy.
It could be, but
we'll see.
Of course, Andrea was one of the few people that said no, because they were always clones. No, they weren't.
What?
No, they weren't. In the original trilogy, they were recruits.
I never said they were full. I was always wondering if they were, like, at one point, like, you know, like they took their way of becoming, you know, instead of being clone troopers, they eventually became stormtroopers.
Yeah. No, and that was completely the clones. They were the ones that made the gear. That's why it resembles
Stormtroopers.
Jango and Boba Fett, is because...
Well, yeah, the people inside the outfits are not the clones anymore. They're regular people.
Yeah.
But the outfits themselves would be considered like now becoming kind of like the clone troopers in a way. Woo.
Let's go ahead and move this in. I see how it is. The queen is making me do all the work.
You're right, common peasant.